your fitness. So, Rebecca, welcome on. Thanks for being open and vulnerable enough to share your story. And so, for everyone that doesn't know you, share with us a little bit about you.
Okay, thanks, Coach Patrick. I'm Rebecca. I'm from California, and I'm been a stay-at-home mom since my son was in kindergarten, and I have two kids, and they're actually uh, both in college. Actually, my son just graduated from college, yay, and my daughter's going to graduate next year. So, yeah.
Amazing. You're going to be an empty nest very soon.
Well, sort of. They're living at home, so
Yeah,
not
amazing. I
quite.
find a lot of stay-at-home moms, they're so focused on taking care of the household, the family,
Mhm.
that sometimes, we forget to take care of ourselves. And so, before joining our program, Rebecca, like where were you with your fitness, with your health? And I'm curious, what are some of the challenges?
Okay, so prior to the program, I wasn't very active. I mean, I've been active in the past. I've tried, several different, I guess, weight loss plans and was successful. But, you know, the part is I lost the weight, but it was the maintenance that was difficult. Yeah. So, I think at the time that I started the program, I was at the highest level, highest weight that I've been, minus being pregnant. And I was
Oh
like
no.
actually looking a little, pregnant too, like a few months pregnant with like a belly. It was kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely not a good feeling to have. I've had several women share that with me. It's like, you know what? I kind of lined up in the grocery line and someone's congratulating me on my pregnancy, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like before joining the program, this is the heaviest, you've been outside of pregnancy. It sounds like you've had some weight loss success before in the short term, but never kind of long term. It kind of regained back. And so I'm curious, after like joining my program, how was it different? Like, what are you liking about my program? And yeah, what's working for you?
Okay, so one of the programs I was on, that was probably maybe 16 years ago. I lost a lot of weight, and I was really down to 112, which is, very the lowest I was been since high school, right? And
Hmm.
that was very strict in terms of like no sugar at all. And basically, it was good for losing the weight, but it was like not a realistic type of thing where um, I could enjoy myself so much, like the occasional treat, which I enjoy about your program is that you can have your occasional treat, and my coach is not going to berate me for it because the previous
I don't
program,
bite.
yeah. I mean, of course, yeah. My previous coach, I had like a sliver, just a little sliver of a pineapple cheesecake at a wedding, and she just laid into me. you know. And then another program I was on basically was using what do you call it? Pre-made food, right? So basically, you had to buy their food to be on the program, and it was also successful. I did lose 30 pounds on that. The problem was the maintenance. It's like once I got off, I didn't know how to eat regular food. I didn't want to like,
Mm,
buy their food indefinitely. It's really expensive and not, it's highly processed too. So I didn't know how to like maintain. So with your program, you told me at the beginning of when we started was that this will be the last weight loss program I ever will be on. Will need to be on.
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
So I'm eating real food. I have my occasional treat, uh, as long as I keep it under control. I'm still losing weight. I don't feel too like deprived. And I know that because I know how to make my food and everything, I feel more confident that I can maintain the weight once I reach my ultimate goal.
Yeah, 100%. It sounds like you've tried a lot of different programs before. And the key thing that you're sharing is sustainability. Like, can
Mm-hmm.
I lose the weight and keep it off long term? And, I shared with you what we want to build is something I call an automatic habit. It's kind of like brushing your teeth every day, right? Like, how often do we brush our teeth? Every day. And so, like, for most people, like, how often do they think about joining a teeth brushing program? Probably never. Why? Because they already know how to brush the teeth, right? And so it sounds like you've had some success losing the weight. It just hasn't been sustainable for you, right? So the missing link is creating these habits so that you can lose the weight in the short term and keep it off in the long term, right? And that includes having some cheat meals occasionally, right?
Mm-hmm.
I share cheat meals in like a two-part framework. The first part is the 80-20 method. So like 80% of the time, be good with your nutrition, be good with your meal plan, so that 20% of the time, you can have a cheat meal and still see results. The second part of the framework is like, okay, like if we are going to have a cheat meal, ask yourself 3 questions. Question number 1 is, am I following the meal plan and the workouts? If you're following the meal plan and the workout, you can reward yourself with a cheat meal. Second question is, am I currently seeing results, right? We want to aim to lose 1 pound a week. If we've lost 1 pound this week, yes, you can reward yourself with a cheat meal. You can earn it, right? And the key thing is a cheat meal, not a cheat day, not a cheat weekend. And then the last question is, am I okay deferring results a little bit later? And the answer is yes, then totally have a cheat meal because life is meant to be enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we come from a more sustainable approach. And for you, seeing results, actually, let's talk about results. How far along into the program are we, and what are the results so far for you?
Okay, so I started the program in mid-March,
Mhm.
and so far I've lost, I believe, 22 pounds. So I notice, I no longer have a pregnant looking belly. So my stomach looks really pretty flat. And
Yes.
actually, this shirt that I wearing, I got in Hawaii like maybe last year, and I purposely got a large size because I wanted to hide my belly. So when I wear it now, it's like a little big. I mean, it's not. It's still fine, but I could have gone down a size. Like if I was the
Yeah.
weight now, at the time that I bought this shirt, I could have gone down a size or maybe even gotten a small size instead of a large size, and I wouldn't
Amazing.
have to like be ashamed of my belly. So that's something that I noticed when I started to lose the weight. And I'm about, I would say, slightly less than about halfway towards uh, my ultimate goal.
Mhm.
I want to lose by the end of the program 45 to 50 pounds.
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm almost there, like halfway there.
Amazing, amazing. And so it sounds like you've had some tremendous results, scale results in terms of, losing pounds of the scale. And then also I call them non-scale successes, right?
Hmm.
Action-based non-scale successes and then results-based non-scale successes. Clothes are fitting better. You're no longer getting comments about pregnancy. The
Yes.
belly, is significantly less. And it's only been, what is it, like 4 months in? March,
Yeah.
April, May, June. Right now, the video is July. So 4 months, roughly about 16 weeks, you're down 22 pounds, right? So we want to lose 1 pound a week. 16 weeks, you've lost 22. So you've exceeded that mark, which is great.
Oh.
And, it hasn't been like a completely smooth sailing, right? We've had some roadblocks, in between. For example, like the plantar fasciitis flaring up a little bit. It's limited our mobility, right? But despite that, you're learning how to take care of your body. You're learning how to stretch. You're losing weight. It's more sustainable. And so, yeah, I'm super proud of you. And for someone that's in their, I hope I'm okay if I age you a little bit.
That's fine.
For someone in their kind of late 50s, postmenopausal, hardest season for women to lose weight, postmenopausal in their 50s, is equivalent. You losing the 20 pounds is equivalent to someone in their 20s losing 40 pounds. So like absolutely incredible. You're crushing it. And so this is only halfway through the program. The opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is comfort. And so instead of getting comfortable, we got to continue to push on that gas pedal. Let's get to the 25-pound mark, 30-pound mark, and then eventually the 40-pound mark. And so for someone that's maybe in the same age group as you, maybe they're in their 50s, maybe late 50s, maybe their kids are off to college, maybe they're postmenopausal and they've tried a lot of different programs that wasn't sustainable for them. What would you say to them about joining our program?
Well, at the time that I found you on Instagram and I was like watching your videos and your, I was thinking, gee, I'm at my highest, weight. And I always do better when I have someone to be accountable for. So I wasn't losing the weight on my own, right? I was like, so I think the accountability factor has been really good. You provide a lot of support. The group chat, all those many recipes, the recorded exercise. So there's so many tools and support that your program provides that unless a person is not following those things, and they don't have to do 100, like every single thing, but if they're not following those things, they have no excuse but to lose weight on your program.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
I also, one more thing I want to mention was all the other programs I was on before, they only required me to, in fact, only encouraged me to weigh myself once a week. And your program was different in that it was daily, weigh myself daily, send a picture of the scale to you. And so what I found was that each day I can say, okay, whether I went up or down on the scale, I can reflect back on what I did the prior day and say, oh yeah, I was good. I lost weight because I did walk X amount of steps or ate very well, very healthy. Or if it goes up, I'm like, oh, I know what to do to help adjust.
The feedback cycle is a lot quicker daily compared to weekly. So you're able to make adjustments so much quicker.
That's exactly right. Because I found that in my past programs, once I stopped weighing myself, it's like, okay, you've achieved your goal. No, and I go, okay, I don't need to weigh myself anymore. That's where the problem starts. It's like I start to get lazy, very too comfortable. And then the weight creeps up back and back. And suddenly, 6 months later, I weigh myself. I'm like, oh no, I gained back all my weight.
Yeah, whatever you track always gets better. And so I'm glad that for a lot of people, they do have something I call scale anxiety. They're afraid to go on the scale. I have a whole course on scale anxiety, but it's clearly working for you. You're clearly getting results. And so, yep, super proud of you, Rebecca, for if you made it this far into the video, I want to invite you into a 5-day workout challenge. You can message me on Instagram 5 days and I'll set you up on it. It comes with a guide. There's some workouts and recipes in here. You can also message me on or follow me on YouTube at Coach Patrick Liu. I got hundreds of free workouts there also. And so, yeah, hopefully you found this video useful. Rebecca not only followed me on Instagram and watched the testimonials, she took action. And so that's the difference between her and everyone else that's struggling. So I encourage you guys, if you made it this far into the video, take action with your fitness nutrition so that one day you can also achieve results just like Rebecca. So Rebecca, super proud of you. Keep up all the hard work, and hopefully we'll see you in the next milestone.
All right. Thanks, Coach Patrick.
If you like this video, you definitely want to check out the next one by clicking right here.